Welcome back to Money Matters. I'm Deacon Hyland. Band leader of Tribe and Bliss says the slowdown in the economy has not affected the sale of his costumes. However, producing the costumes for Carnival 2017 has been more expensive. But in this next interview, he explains why he took a decision not to increase prices this year. Normally when Tribe launches its costumes, it's sold out almost instantly. Given the fact that the economy is going through an economic slowdown right now, did you see any sort of changes this year? Was there any slowdown in demand for your costumes?
I guess generally speaking for the industry, I think there is a slowdown. You know, I've been hearing other band leaders talking, and most people sign up with most of the bands around Christmas into January. We've been fortunate in the past and again this year to be able to sell the band out by September, October. So I think we're okay, but the industry will wait on Monday and Tuesday to really see how successful the Carnival was.
And when you would have started planning for this year, we would have already been in a slowdown, so you did not know what to expect. It's not a boom period where people are spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
Did you cut back on the amount of costumes that you make, and were you expecting less masqueraders on Carnival Monday and Tuesday?
Well, usually it's a situation that you have after you launch, you have a couple of weeks to determine your orders and so on. So we were able to assess the situation in August and September, and then place our orders.
So how many masqueraders are you expecting to have this year in your band?
Enough to give me stress, but good stress.
Do you have the same amount of masqueraders that you would have had in 2016?
Yes.
So you've not cut back at all?
We have not cut back. We are fortunate.
Given what's going on in the economy, disposable income is not as high as it was a year or 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Also, a lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of people have lost their jobs over the last couple of years. Have you adjusted your prices? Has it gone up higher, or have you stayed on par with 2016?
No, we worked with our suppliers this year in particular because of the situation, the slowdown in the economy and the recession. We worked with the suppliers. We met with them one by one, as many as we could, to try to get them to maintain their costs so that we are able to pass that on that manageable cost to the masquerader. So no, our prices have been maintained for this year.
You have not adjusted anything?
No,
upwards?
across the board it has been.
Your lowest to highest for costume prices?
On average, again, let me make a point here. We don't sell costumes; we sell an experience, and I make that point because Carnival changed some 15 years ago, right? Where the all-inclusive experience and everything that comes with that is where your costs are. A lot of our cost, despite people saying, a costume is so expensive, it's not a costume you're paying for. It's the 2,000 people that work for you, right, on Carnival Monday and Tuesday. It's the operation that we run year-round with 30+ staff. It's all the trucks on the road, it's the sound systems, it's the mobile restrooms, it's the shuttle service, it's the cool zones. It's you name it. I could go on and on.
Is that why it's a multi-million-dollar business in Trinidad?
Maybe that's why. But I mean, my people work hard, and we try to ensure that all the demands of the consumers are met.
So on average, for that experience at Tribe, how much would that cost a masquerader this year?
A female costume, I think, is around 4,000 on average, and a male is just under that.
And your
maybe
highest price is around what?
I mean, there are the individual costumes on the front liners that may be close to 6.
Are you seeing people where people would have made down payments in costumes and then they would have had a period to pay it off? Are you seeing where they're saying, okay, we're not going to take the costumes anymore? Are you seeing more of those cases?
No, there's no increase this year for that reason. What we actually did this year, in addition to trying to maintain our prices across the board, is we introduced a payment plan, which is the first time we did it, where the masquerader was able to make half of his down payment 1 month, and the second half the second month.
Where do you import your costumes from?
Some of our costumes, or quite a bit, are still done locally, but quite a bit is also done in China.
Have you had any problems in accessing foreign exchange to purchase the costumes this year?
Yes, like every other businessman and business, we have had a lot of problems trying to access foreign exchange.
Did that affect how much costumes you were able to order to import into the country? Or the end, were you able to get the foreign exchange that you needed?
What we were able to do, and I think it may increase depending if the situation stays like this, is that now it's going to be a reverse sort of scenario where we need to probably import the materials only and have more of the costumes made locally. But
Would
again,
that push the costs up if you were to produce it locally?
it may, but the main reason for us going abroad and getting the costumes done abroad is that there isn't that large enough pool in Trinidad to produce all the costumes for all the bands.
You said you've managed to maintain your prices this year by working with your suppliers. You import a lot of the costumes from China. The TT dollar has depreciated against the US dollar by about 4% or a little over 4% between now and last year Carnival. So you would have had to pay more for the US dollars. Are you absorbing that cost, or how is that working?
We have no choice but to absorb that cost because our prices were set back in May, June. Another cost that we have to absorb, and we have done it in the past at least 3 times, is the cost of alcohol. The budget was in October or November and 20% has gone up, but that's a cost you have to absorb, but that's the price of doing business,
How much are you spending on alcohol?
We spend in the millions of dollars on alcohol.
For the two days?
Yeah. I mean, scotch, rum, beer, vodka.
What about security costs right now? And given the crime situation in the country, have you had to step up on the amount of security detail you are planning to have on the roads for Monday and Tuesday?
We have always had a very good security force with us.
Given the high costs at the end of Carnival 2017, are you expecting to make as much profit as you would have done in previous years when things were good? Or are you expecting a drop in profits?
I can't say offhand. I don't have the figures on me, but hopefully we are able to to make some profit.
When we come back, a refinery operator tells us what it's like working at Petrotrin.